A family was about to change their baby's diaper, but as soon as the pants were taken off,
Whoa!
Whoa!
What is it? Whoa!
What on earth is that?
the couple hurriedly took the child to the hospital for an examination. But when they removed the clothes, even the doctor was shocked. The child not only had tattoos, but also had a long knife scar, over 10 meters long, on his waist. What's even more ridiculous is when the doctor checked his mouth.
I've never seen a baby with bridge work.
At this moment, the parents still didn't realize that the child, who was less than 1 meter tall, was actually a 30-year-old tough man who had just been born. Tom was a regular in prison, and to avoid being targeted by his cellmates, he did hundreds of pull-ups every day. This tough physique made Tom the leader of the prison. Even the guards trembled when they saw him. Today was the day Tom was being released after serving his sentence. His underling George quickly came to greet him.
I'm sorry, Carol!
George was worried about being punished by his boss, so he quickly took Tom to the front of a jewelry store. But they weren't there to buy jewelry, they were there to steal. It turned out someone offered $100,000 for them to steal diamonds. Others rely on skill for theft, but Tom relies on pure luck. He successfully infiltrated the counter. Then, while George was chatting with the clerk, he smoothly completed the theft. However, just as Tom was about to leave, a dog suddenly entered the store.
Uh-oh.
At this point, George, who was carrying the bag and running away, was puzzled as to why his boss suddenly started barking like a dog.
He stole my dog!
Seeing that the clerk had called the police, George quickly floored the gas pedal. But to his surprise, the car spun 360 degrees in place and didn't move an inch. When they got out of the car, they found out it was because they had illegally parked and the wheels had been locked by the city officials. Helpless, the two had no choice but to abandon the car and run. But soon they were chased by the police into a supermarket. To avoid being caught on the spot, Tom put the diamonds into a woman's purse, planning to escape during the chaos. As a result, the police mistakenly identified an innocent passerby as the thief, and the two of them took advantage of the confusion to escape. But in order to retrieve the diamonds, they followed the couple all the way back to their home. At the window, Tom overheard that the couple had always wanted a child, but had never been able to conceive. The diamonds were right in front of them, but how could they manage to get their hands on them? At that moment, George came up with a good idea. He suggested that Tom pretend to be a baby, so they could smoothly infiltrate the woman's house. Once everything was ready, George rang the doorbell. However, just as he hid behind a tree, a golden retriever ran to the doorstep. It turned out that Tom was actually sleeping in the golden retriever's dog bed.